Welcome back, Change Seekers. Today we are going over the numerology of the year. 2024 is an 8 year. 2 plus 2 plus 4 is 8. And some of you are probably rightfully so wondering, why am I doing this now? Because I didn't think of it at the beginning of the year. Brutally honest, January and February I hide. Like, I am still in hibernation mode. I am coming off of September, October, November, December, which are just, it's a really busy time for me. And when January comes, it's like, cool, I don't have any obligations. I can just kind of hide and hang out and not, go out, not socialize. I can just be quiet. And so coming right out gangbusters style into a time of change was not on my to-do list. And then because we just got through the eclipse, plus this, plus Pluto in Aquarius, you've got this kind of big change, basically fireball just going on. Like, it's the energy, especially now too, we're heading into spring. So it's just full steam ahead for the changes that are coming. So maybe you went out gangbuster style in January and things just started falling into place. Maybe it took a little longer or took a little bit for the ball to get rolling for you. So all the seeds that you had started putting down last year are now just starting to come to fruition. So February, March, April. Yes, I know it's almost May. It's April 18th as I am filming this. So this is also a reminder to a lot of you, if maybe your resolutions didn't pan out, or I don't know, something happened and it just seemed to fall apart and you're like, well, now what do I do? It doesn't seem right to just start again. No, you can. You totally can. Whether it's the small life changes of trying to adjust diet and exercise, whether it's trying to find a new house, a new job, a new car, a new apartment, maybe you're trying to meet somebody. All of these things are elements for change. However, that being said, it was brought to my attention starting in December that I am not the biggest, I am not always the most open and accepting to change. These are just so much fun. Sorry. Anyway, so maybe you're like me and change is not your thing. You can't run into it with open arms and being, yes, yes, welcome to my new life. You're like, like, you've got some hesitation, there's some reluctance, and there's usually a reason for that. And so if you've ever looked at the D&D alignment chart, like the lawful good, neutral, it's like lawful, neutral, evil, chaotic, it's like chaotic good, chaotic lawful, chaotic neutral, lawful good, lawful neutral, lawful evil, and then neutral, neutral, lawful, neutral, neutral. I think it's neutral, 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 evil. I meant to pull it up. I turn the Wi-Fi off on my laptop when I film sometimes. So I don't have it up in front of me, and I don't know where my phone is. I had it there. Regardless, there are 3 types of change. And 3 types of change are usually those great happy changes: new homes, new cars, new jobs, new relationship, marriage, a baby, a new pet puppy or new kitten, a new pet of some kind. Those are those big life-altering changes that we want not only for ourselves, but for the people that are around us. We want those happy things for us and for them. The kind of neutral changes are like, maybe you've got a promotion, or maybe you're doing a lateral move, you're getting more money, but so like one part of your life is great, the other part it's just more of the same. It's like, okay, well, this is good. We're working on it. And then, so I think most people kind of fall into this kind of neutral category of they've got some really great changes going on, and then other parts of their life are just more of the same. Oh, how lovely. And then there are the people that have experienced this kind of catastrophic upheaval changes where you go through it, and in that moment you're really not sure if you're going to make some changes. You're like, am I going to have a job at the end of this? Am I going to have a home? What am I going to do? Do I want to make it through this? Been through a couple of those. So, or it's you're watching the people, you're just watching this massive of people. You're working all kinds of hours. You're watching people leave left and right. This is usually if there's some kind of merger. Because I've been through a couple of those, and especially the last merger I went through with my old job, people were just, it was like rats on a sinking ship. Just everybody was just jumping ship, trying to get away because jobs were restructured, were eliminated. People were trying to get, it was a mess. Myself and another girl, within I think a week of each other, we both left. She took a promotion, I got out. Um, yeah, so it was just one of those situations, and I think all of us at some point have been there. And usually, hopefully, there's some kind of anchor, like maybe your home life is somewhat solid, and your work life is in chaos, and then your home life's in chaos, but work is okay. I had that happen. Home was stable, work was a mess. Then work was what was keeping me together because home was a mess. So, and when you've been through that, sometimes you're just kind of like, I know, I don't want to. I don't want to. You just don't want to because either it's mentally, emotionally, and physically exhausting. Sometimes you're stuck in roles you didn't think you were going to be thrust into. All of a sudden, now you're the family mediator, you're running errands, you're trying to do, you are the rock of the family, or you're the rock in the situation, and everybody's just going to pots around you. So, and then there are much worse situations where people, everything is in an uproar. Home, family, friends, like there is no anchor for some people sometimes. There is no solid ground of refuge that you can go to, and everything's a mess. Those are generally the reasons why people are probably a little bit more reluctant to go into change. You have to, this is the point. I'm not going to be brutally honest with you. You're not going to have a choice. You're going to have to figure out a way around it, figure out a way to open yourself up to it. I know that sounds very direct. It's kind of how I can be, because this is a year of change. It's an 8 year, it's an 8 energy, and it's renewal and balance, but it's also a flow of energy. So if you picture the infinity symbol, which looks like an 8 turned on its side, you've got that continual flow of energy. And whereas 2023 was a 7 year, it was a lot more introspective. Now, where all of those seeds that were sown, all of those ideas that you were ruminating on, now is the time to put them into action. And you can voluntarily put them into action, which I would advise, because otherwise you might just get plowed down by the energy of the universe, and your things are gonna change whether you want them to or not. The other thing is you don't want more change, you don't want more of the same. So you don't want to put yourself in a position where you're so unhappy and so miserable that you're not focusing and things are changing, but it's just more of the same, which is a terrible situation to be in. But if you're watching this video, you're probably not in that mindset because you're probably trying to get yourself to a point where you are aware enough that you don't get more of the same. And that's the point. But yes, I am one of those people. I am learning to be more open to change. I'm trying to be open to the opportunities that are offered to me. And sometimes it's a little weird because it's like you'll get opportunities and you're like, can I do this? Like, am I up to the challenge? I don't know. Like, this is uncomfortable. And that's kind of the point. An 8 year is going to push you out of your comfort zone and kind of put you into situations where you can sink or swim, preferably swim and fly and do well, or maybe you bob a bit. We'll go for bobbing. You're not quite sure, like, I don't know what I'm doing, but gonna come out of this on top, hopefully, because this is a year of growth, of hope, expansion, prosperity, and success. And that's usually connected to the flow of energy around money, personal growth, and it pertains to certain money in businesses, achievement, success, and influence. So if you wanted to start a business or you're thinking of sowing those seeds to start a business, this is a great time to do that. If at the end of last year or maybe the second half of last year you had a business up and running. Hopefully this year you're going to see it grow in exponential fashion. So the energy of 8 is inspiring everyone to break free of convention, take action, and bring their dreams to life. And it's to redefine the goals that no longer serve you. So it's also a time of letting go. What will no longer serve me in the long run? What did I want to do, but maybe no longer seems, no, I don't want to say no longer seems feasible. That's not right. What no longer brings you joy? Are there opportunities in your own life that you're like, I don't really want to do that anymore. That's not the thing that brings me joy and happiness. It doesn't set my soul on fire, but this does. So that's maybe now where you turn your attention to. It's okay to let go of dreams that don't bring you joy anymore. It's okay to set them aside. And it's also okay to start letting go of the things in your life that no longer bring you joy. Because in order to change, you have to grow and you do have to step outside of your comfort zone. And sometimes we hold on to things or we stay in places that are safe and that are familiar, and we don't want to take that step. And this is what's going to make you do it. Hopefully voluntarily. I was on a call for one of the shaman groups I belong to, or the shaman group I belong to. I don't belong to that. I only belong to one. And they had a guest speaker on for astrology who was talking about Pluto and Aquarius. And one of the gentlemen on there basically said, he's like, you have a choice. You can accept change voluntarily, or it will drag you kicking and screaming into whatever changes that you want or don't want. So it's up to you how you welcome change into your life. You can voluntarily allow it, or find ways to work through your fears and voluntarily allow it, or you can be dragged kicking and screaming into the future of change and maybe not necessarily getting the changes that you want. Let's see. So 8 is, it's supposed to be an empowering and liberating energy where all the hard work you've put in starts to pay off. Also, it might be if you started planning stuff in like January, or you started to really buckle down and be like, okay, this is what I want. How do I get here? And you were kind of at a or you either were at a crossroads or you are at a crossroads. This is the time to start figuring out which way you want to go forward. And Godspeed, because I think I was there up until last week. I needed, like, I didn't quite know. I'm like, I know what I want. I want to get here. But how do I get here? Because I know I'm not there yet. So, what do I do in the meantime? What is the path I'm supposed to take? Because if you've got split energy or you've got conflicting energy, oh my God, it's the worst. It's the worst when you're just like, I don't know the right way forward. And someone just give me a direction. Someone tell me what to do. That's all I need. Be like, this is the way. This is the way you're supposed to go. Or that way. Go that way. So Godspeed to you if you are someone who's in a crossroads right now. Because I've spent a lot of time there. That's all you need. All you need is that one piece of information and that one set of guidance to finally be like, okay, cool. This way. And be ready to embrace rapid change in the year to come. Identify the areas of your life that are personally dissatisfying to you or underdeveloped. So that's that kind of idea of being stuck in that comfort zone. Don't do that. So this year, or the number 8, is ruled by Saturn, Lord of Time and Karma. And Saturn will delay rewards until the lesson is learned. And in my medium circle this past Monday, my teacher did bring this up. Not this specifically, but it's kind of an adjacent concept. When you do readings, if you do card readings, if you do mediumship, if you're going to someone that does different types of readings, you do not get what you want, you get what you need. Bear that in mind. And one of the things is you will be given one piece of information that you have to do. If you keep ignoring it, The spirits are not going to tell you what it is you need to do next because they've already given you a task. This is the task you need to do. Do it. If you start doing that, then we'll give you the next piece of the puzzle. If you don't, you're going to keep getting the same information. And this is exactly what this is. Until you are acknowledging or until you are ready to pay attention, take that step. Acknowledge what no longer serves you and let things go. It's going to be a lot harder to move forward. And those rewards are going to be withheld until you can figure out that key piece. Perseverance, tenacity, and determination that through this tough love planet will be on display, but the changes and the rewards that will be brought about will be well deserved. Saturn teaches us to step into leadership and responsibility. While Saturn is in Pisces in 2024, it's assigned to release the dreams that aren't realistic or fulfilling for the new and improved you. Capitalize on all that has occurred over the previous 2 years, integrating the lessons and experiences into our personalities and making the best use of them, so when we finally embark on new adventures in just a couple years, get ready, everyone. It's time to stand on your own 2 feet. So if you saw the weekend energy report, you'll notice that one card came up twice. It was blessings in disguise. Let me see if I can find it real quick, but I'll just keep talking as I go. And that card, this one. And what this card stands for is this stands for all of those lessons that have learned. So this week, or this whenever you're watching this, the time of April 20th to the 26th, because this card came up for both the weekend energy report and the reading I did for the week. This is those hidden lessons. This is taking what you've learned and seeing the blessing in disguise and seeing the thing that might have seemed like a failure or perceived failure, or being able to shift your perspective and be like, okay, didn't go the way I wanted it to. How can I take this and how can I make it better? Or what can I do with it? That lemons into lemonade kind of situation. That's part of what this is. Oh, that's really funny. I wonder, I like when synchronicities like that happen. I really do. Oh, it was so nice of the universe to do that. So yeah, so capitalize on the things you've learned. They make you who you are. All of the events that you've been through the last couple years, they've made you who you are. Maybe you've realized you need to set boundaries. Maybe you realize that it's time to let go. This is your opportunity. This is your chance to grow and change and hopefully take divine action in order to bring about those changes. So I wish you the very best, my friends. And I hope this year brings you the changes that you want. And remember, you still have time. You still have time to start those things and make the changes in your life that you want. Just because it's the end of April, almost May, doesn't mean that you still cannot start or work toward achieving the things you really want to achieve. You still have that option. You still have time. So please bear that in mind and embrace that opportunity and try to focus on the good things in your life so that you can manifest the change that you so desperately you deserve it. You deserve the good things and you deserve to be happy and you deserve to be fulfilled. So go out and get it. All right, my friends. Until we meet again. Bye.